Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. The new Hearthstone expansion Madness at the Darkmoon Faire is coming out in little less than 2 weeks, and we have around 1/3 of the cards revealed so far. So I want to take this opportunity to take a look at what is coming for budget players specifically. I will take a look at all the classes and all the cards once all the cards have been revealed, but just a little bit of tidbits of information and some drafts on what sort of decks you might be able to build on a budget in the upcoming expansion. One of the most interesting new cards for budget players is Petting Zoo. Well, it's a hunter card. There are always plenty of budget hunter decks around, and this might be enough to make another one. Petting Zoo, 3 mana, summon a 3/3 Strider, repeat for each secret you control. So if you have 1 secret, then you play this, you get 2 Striders. You have 2 secrets, you play this, you get 3 Striders, and so on. And we still have Hyena Alpha in standard format. If you control a secret, summon 2/2/2 Hyenas. So pretty good secret synergy card. Used to be played in some of these more aggressive Face Hunter decks early in Scholomance Academy, but then it was dropped out of it because the Face Hunter decks just became a bit too aggressive to carry such a slow card. And obviously that pure aggression is still a very viable path to play when you're playing on a budget, and I expect nothing to change in that regard. Face Hunter is probably still going to be a very powerful deck, but with Petting Zoo coming alongside the Hyena Alpha, and we still have these the secret synergy cards like Face Stalker, which is also used in all of the Face Hunter variants, and even budget player has access to all the hunter secrets except for Snake Trap. That's stuff like Pack Tactics and Freezing Trap, Explosives, Pressure Plate, all of that is available to a budget player, and Snake Trap isn't that important. So you have all the good secrets, you have the good secret synergy cards. With Hyena Alpha and Petting Zoo, maybe you have enough of these secret synergy summoning cards that you can play a little bit of a slower game. Still a very aggressive game, but just fighting for the board a little bit more. Will be interesting to see how that turns out. Obviously, once all the cards are revealed, I will theory craft decks based on these, but this is the first viable looking budget card for Madness at the Darkmoon Faire. Another budget card that I'm really excited about is Wicked Whispers. 1 mana Warlock spell, discard your lowest cost card, give your minions +1/+1. 2 Warlock. 2 Warlock has kind of fallen out of favor. I built a few 2 Warlock decks for Scholomance Academy. They've been kind of mediocre. They haven't really been able to get the job done. They've been okay, but they've been just missing a little bit of something. And with Wicked Whispers, we finally get a buff spell that also buffs the health of the minions, and that is really important. Typically those buff spells that only buff the attack of the minions just aren't enough to carry this sort of board-centric, board-flooding deck to victory. But Wicked Whispers now, finally a replacement for Grim Rally that we lost in the last standard rotation, which is also a +1/+1 buff to minions, means that Zoo has some new interesting options. Especially with these 2 other cards, older cards. Boneweb Egg, that's a card that never got to see any play. 2 mana 0/2, Death Rattle, summon 2 2/1 spiders. If you discard this, trigger its Death Rattle. But now with Wicked Whispers discarding a lowest cost card, so you can set up your hand so that the Boneweb Egg is the only card in your hand. So you summon 2 2/1 spiders, and then the +1/+1 buff activates. So you're summoning 2 3/2 spiders on top of the buff. And that is pretty important, so really looking hopeful for Zoo. Also, I expect Zoo to still have this discard stuff going on with card draw as well. Hand of Gul'dan, when you play or discard this, draw 3 cards. So you also have the option, if you can't find the other synergy cards that you use to discard Hand of Gul'dan, you just empty the rest of your hand. The only card you're holding is the Hand of Gul'dan, alongside the Wicked Whispers. You play Wicked Whispers, oh, it discards Hand of Gul'dan, and then you're drawing more stuff. So I'm hopeful that Zoo is able to mount some sort of a comeback in Madness at the Darkmoon Faire. It has been a little bit down, even as a full cost deck and even more so as a budget deck, but this card is exactly what Zoo needs, and will be really interesting to build a deck around that. Finally, there are some of these Silverhand Recruit synergy cards coming. We'll have to wait and see if there are more of these coming, because I don't think these will be enough to build this sort of board flooding token paladin deck. But Day at the Fair, 3 mana, summon 3 Silverhand recruits, or if it's corrupt, so if you play a 4 cost or higher cost card while this is in your hand, then once you play this it will summon 5 of them. And Balloon Merchant, 4 mana 3/5 Battlecry, give your Silverhand recruits +1 attack and Divine Shield. So some pretty powerful stuff for this sort of token-based board flooding paladin deck. But we currently don't have a lot of Silverhand Recruit synergy cards available in standard format. The only other one in addition to these is the Air Raid. Air Raid is the 2 mana twin spell, summon 2 1/1 Silverhand Recruits with Taunt. And Air Raid is a fine card. I have used Air Raid in multiple decks, it's a perfectly viable card. It's from Galakrond's Awakening Adventure, but it's from the first free wing, so everyone has access to that as long as you play through those encounters that are available for free. So there's some sort of core for this sort of board flooding, Silverhand Recruit buffing, token paladin deck. But I don't think these are enough. I think that deck definitely needs some more cards in order to be successful, and it remains to be seen whether those cards will arrive with this expansion. A couple of other interesting rare cards have been published, but I don't see those cards having the necessary synergies in any budget decks. They require expensive cards in order to function. Like there's the Mage spell that when corrupted can discover and play 2 secrets for you, but there's just isn't enough stuff to make a secret mage on a budget right now. And it doesn't even really go into that sort of secret mage deck, it more goes into a Highlander mage or something. But we'll see, if there's more mage synergy stuff coming out, then maybe some sort of tempo secret mage could also be possible. It has been fun, it has been available on budget at some occasions, but not recently. But these 3, the Secret Hunter, the newly renewed Zoo Warlock, and maybe some kind of token paladin, look so far the most promising new budget approaches for Madness at the Darkmoon Faire. There's still 2/3 of the cards yet to be revealed, so I'll come back and review some more cards as they come out, and once they're all out, I will start to build some decks around them. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.